Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
Who am I today? Am I Dad or am I Grandpa?
I'm Matt.
I'm Joel.
I'm Tracy. I'm Autumn.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. We came down around back because we needed to start grinding some feed for our animals, in particular our laying chickens. Right now we're adding some protein, we're adding some calcium for the shells, and we're also adding some of our corn. We also added some alfalfa pellets. Now we used to just put a bale of alfalfa into the machine, but we've had problems with that in the past, so we're just using a pelleted form.
I'm the only man enough to be wearing purple today.
That Ralph is a pretty manly guy, huh?
You have no idea.
We're just starting to unload this feed mixture. The machine does a really nice job at breaking it up. And next we're gonna be working on grinding some grain for the feeder cattle.
This screen is smaller so that the corn gets chopped up finer for the chickens. And then this screen is wider, so you just want the corn to be cracked in half for the cows.
You must have done this job before.
I don't know, maybe a time or two.
It's a little bit of a tight squeeze with the skid steer loader in here. While they were grinding some more feed, I just swept up a little bit over here trying to clean up. As we get busier and busier, it's a lot easier to push those smaller jobs to the side. We weren't able to feed the cows yet this morning because we didn't have enough grain for them. So as we were grinding, I just took some, and now we got all these guys fed. Now that we're finished with that job, we're heading back out to the fields. The first thing we're going to be harvesting is sweet corn. Now this sweet corn we're picking is a really nice sweet corn, but we are having a little bit of a problem. As we go through and pull the sweet corn, we are feeling the tops of the corn to make sure that they are all filled out. And although we haven't picked these ears yet, about 1 in 5 isn't filled out. Out of those 3 ears we were just looking at, this is one that has the problem. As the corn was pollinating, it was so dry that the kernels did not finish growing. You can see the problem right here. Now there's nothing wrong with the taste of this sweet corn. However, it's not something that we would sell to our customers. Now the sweet corn we were pulling here, this is Montauk. It's our favorite sweet corn, has a really good flavor, and we usually don't see this problem.
This is much better.
Yeah, this is what we're looking for. We want it completely filled out. You can see the difference between the 2 ears right here. Now the sweet corn, oh, it still tastes delicious. Although the taste of the sweet corn is really important, it also has to be filled out and it has to look good. Now those ears that look like that, we're not gonna pick them. We try and hold ourselves to the highest standard possible when it comes to having produce at our farm market, but they're not going to waste. We will end up feeding them to our animals. All the sweet corn that we harvest, we eventually go through with a silage chopper, we chop it up, and then the cows get it. Now we have an order for 2 bins of sweet corn later on, so we're just leaving this tractor out here. We're gonna come out and pick that later. As you can see, Autumn did a really nice job cleaning off the porch. We've taken away everything that was here. So we had a lot of dirt sat here for the beginning of spring and summer, potting soils, topsoils, things like that. However, we wanted to clean everything because now we're gonna start putting canning tomatoes here. We sell an awful lot of canning tomatoes here at the farm market, so we wanted everything cleaned up so that we can put the canning tomatoes here and they look nice. I was walking through, but I stopped for a minute Grammy's making buffalo chicken dip. Oh, what else are we having for lunch today?
Tuna fish sandwiches.
And it looks like she was making some pickled beets. Looks like she made a lot of beets. Now we had plans to go pick more vegetables, but it's starting to rain and we want to get our harvester out of the weather. The next time we're gonna need this machine is for corn, and we don't want it to sit out that whole time. Is it gonna fit?
Yes, it's gonna fit. Okay.
Just like that, we've got our harvester in the back corner of the shop. It'll stay in here for 3 months and then we'll have to get it back out again.
Ralph didn't think it was gonna fit.
I knew it was gonna fit. I watch the videos.
Does he really?
Only sometimes.
So we got finished with lunch and now we're back out here ready to pick some cucumbers. It starts to get disappointing as these plants lose their life. You can see this cucumber here, it's got a lot of scarring in it, it's turning yellow. And this cucumber wasn't here last time, so it grew, and that's what happened to it. And the reason for that is because these plants are putting so much energy into trying to keep themselves alive that they can't produce the nicest fruit. We are finding nice cucumbers here. You can see for yourself they look beautiful, but it's definitely not like when it was prime harvest for them. We got finished with the cucumbers. It took no time at all. Now we are out in the tomato field and we're gonna start picking tomatoes for the farm market.
That's the first time you...
Joel, look at this tomato.
Andrew, we need bacon.
And a big juicy tomato right there. Look at that one. First basket of tomatoes for the year, many more to come. Now we're picking two kinds of tomatoes. We have our berry basket tomatoes, or our #1s, and we also have our canning tomatoes.
You know, one thing I love about tomatoes is how easy they are to pick and how quick they fill a basket. Does that connect in the video?
Now when we're picking these tomatoes, we want to pull these tops off, because if I put these in with the others, as the tomatoes ripen up, it'll actually puncture them. Beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. We don't need too many canning tomatoes just yet, but we do need a lot of tomatoes for our berry baskets, so I think we're getting about 8 of them. We got finished off with our tomatoes. We got about 10 half-bushel baskets, and that should hold us over back at the farm market. I always say should, because sometimes we get busier than we expect. We do need a few more things before we head back to the farm market, and the first of those things is bell peppers. I cannot tell you how good it feels to start harvesting peppers that look like this again. Let's just have a look here. Look at, oh my!
I'm a pepperhead. They some nice peppies.
They are the most beautiful bell peppers I've seen all year. One more thing we need, hot cherry peppers.
You know your Aunt Rhonda's a genius. You were challenging me there a little bit, but you have no more lines left, Ralph. When you had some good lines, but you used them all.
The guy who had originally placed the order for 2 bins of sweet corn now needs 4 bins of sweet corn, so we've got to pick some extra. Hopefully should be some easy pulling. The first 2 bins that we needed were 500 ears in each, and now we need 360 in each. When it comes to selling sweet corn, especially when you're doing it bulk, you always sell it by the dozen. And these orders could be for anything. We've sold corn that's gone to amusement parks. We've sold corn that goes home to people's houses and they can it. It's neat when you start to think about how far some of your product actually leaves the farm. If you weren't wearing that purple shirt, I would probably lose you in this sweet corn.
Really?
That seemed a little bit sarcastic.
Ralph thinks he's a funny guy. He needs to go back to funny school. Ralph, why are you pulling ears like this? This is not ready.
Because it was attached to this one.
What do you mean attached? I have it right here. It's not
Yeah,
attached.
because you ripped it off. I ain't taking the fall for that one.
We either have raccoons in our field or there's a hungry lefty somewhere. Over the past year, you guys have seen us pick a lot of sweet corn. But when it comes to harvesting sweet corn, there is one job that we don't talk about that is very important. And that job is driving. Right now, Daniel is driving, and his job is to stay as close to us as possible, but also not run us over. And that may sound silly, but you can see how thick this sweet corn is. It's sometimes hard for Daniel to see us, so good communication is key. Now Daniel has to stay close enough so that we can efficiently harvest the sweet corn. This is something we don't normally talk about, and we wanted to share it with you guys because it's very important.
Good, we're good guys.
We got finished with work today. We came up to the house. Let's see what Grammy has for dinner.
I have turkey pie deluxe and a salad.
And garbanzo beans.
There we go. We got the turkey pie deluxe. It's a casserole, very delicious. The salad with our fresh picked tomatoes today.
Turkey pie deluxe! I love this meal! Now why are you closing your eyes when I'm talking to you?
That's what your grandmother does. When I talk to her, she closes her eyes and goes to sleep. She doesn't pay no attention to me at all. That's what happens.
Hey, Callie.
All right, so everyone's coming out to the dinner table. That means we're gonna sit down and eat. So this is where we're gonna end the video today. We want to thank everyone for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye-bye.